GMK Minimal, ladies and gentlemen. Green Savage, how's it going? I also have not had dinner. Oh, what should I even eat? Okay, so GMK Minimal. Very minimal, for sure. So check out the... Whoops. Okay, so it was sold on DixieMech.com. You can see they were trying to go for a neutral, almost warmer. I guess that's technically more neutral, because our eyes are kind of used to cooler whites. Yeah, base kit 100. It's pretty nice. So yeah, so let me put the link in chat. You guys can check it out if you would like. It was also sold on Z Frontier, although you know if you can avoid it, just don't buy from them. I guess maybe with keycap sets it doesn't matter as much, but yeah, with keyboards. I did not have a good impression of them when it comes to the keyboards. Okay. Anyway, whoops. GMK Minimal. Alright, I don't know how much we'll talk about this set, honestly. We will compare it with Enjoy PPT Black and White, which we just used on Friday. And I think that'll kind of be it. It's not a whole lot, you know. I guess I can compare it to GMK Honeywell. First impressions, I like this white. I really do. I'm a sucker for kind of warmer colors, so warm whites are pretty nice, or neutral-ish whites. So let's grab something to compare the white with. So if you'd excuse me, I'm gonna go to my kitchen, grab a paper plate. No, I'm just kidding. And of course, not all white paper is the same shade of white, but this is just kind of a reference point. You can see it does look warmer than this white paper. Also, I just realized this white paper is actually kind of lame. It was cheap though. Who's your Tom? Hey, how's it going? Rectangular paper plate. Yes, very flat. Perfect with your teaspoons if you're into weird eating methods. Yeah, so you can see that it is actually warmer than this paper. The paper looks almost a little purpley beside it. Again, of course, you know, most paper is bleached to hell, or at least I wouldn't say most paper. Like white paper is just bleached to hell, and they're made with a cooler white point just so that because people think that it looks cleaner. And now to compare it with Enjoy PPT Black and White, so Gawk has been obsessed with trying to get a neutral white. Like that's what he wanted for the Chiwi. That's what he wanted for GMK Black on White. That's what he wants for GMK Kuroshiro, and is why that set is delayed, because I believe the samples were was it too cool? I can't remember what it was. But basically it wasn't the neutral white that he wanted. Did I say GMK? Did I say GMK Kuroshiro? I meant Enjoy PPT. My bad. But yeah, so this would actually go pretty nicely with the Chewy. So I think the Chewy white was a pretty neutral-ish white from what I remember, or warmer white, and Enjoy PBT white on black on white is too cool. See, so if you compare these two, I think it's kind of obvious, right? So I prefer this one. I'm not a fan of this. I don't like when whites are too cool. There's got to be some race joke in there somewhere. But anyway, I hate when whites are too cool. They make me feel threatened. But yeah, so check that out. See, this almost looks sickly. Almost looks like it's faded or cheap almost. This is GMK Minimal. This is Enjoy PBT black and white. You can tell based on the legends as well. You can see how this has thicker legends. Oh, it is actually the left alt. Let me get the alt right white. I mean right alt white key. Yeah, so another thing with this really cool white, you can see that the shades are not as distinct too. Yeah, for sure. I much prefer this shade of white. This just looks kind of bluish, a little gray, a little purpley. Yeah, I'm not a fan. This is creamy is the way to one way to put it, but for sure it's more neutral.
When worlds collide,
Timothy, thank you so much for the raid.
you can run.
But no can hide.
Hello.
When worlds collide, you'll laugh so hard you'll swear you died. When worlds collide, hold my hand, I'll be your guide. When worlds collide.
Thank you so much. Rocket Sage is also here. So it's the TKF folks. So yeah, so if you haven't already, guys, please check out both of them, Timothy and Rocket Sage. Rocket Sage, I heard about the panel that you guys are gonna be doing, so that's pretty cool. Did you guys figure out a location for it? But yeah, thank you so much for the raid. So people tuning in, I do keyboard content primarily. Fridays we build custom keyboards like this one over here, and this wacky one that we did on Friday. Don't judge, it's not mine. Yeah, so on Fridays, 9 p.m. Central. Yeah, we build custom keyboards. This one has acrylic and brass. This one's frosted acrylic, and then we've got a classic aluminum ones too. They're quite rare that I build acrylic boards. See boards like that. So this one's all metal. So yeah, so every Friday, 9 p.m. Central, and then Mondays we do unboxings and other miscellaneous things, stuff like that. So if you like some tinkering, you like some DIY, definitely check out some of my stuff, and I hope you follow. But yes, so yeah, I'm borderline educational. That's why I always feel embarrassed when I because you have people talking about actual science and stuff, and I'm here just trying not to break things on stream. Yeah, that thing is called the Keyblade, and we all know the only way to defeat bad guys with a Keyblade is a good guy with a Keyblade. What's the super button supposed to do? I don't imagine you see around. So okay, no, it's The Super is just Windows, like, you know, the keycaps are just, these are just, you know, the text on there. One of the big reasons we build custom keyboards is so we can change what the keys do, and you know, they're fully programmable, most of them. And so yeah, so some people even don't use the Windows key, which blows my mind. I think that you absolutely should be using it if you're using Windows. Same thing with Mac OS, right? You should be using the OS key. But yeah, so this is actually kind of one of those weird things in the hobby where, so, you know, back then they would say Win or Windows, but, you know, then you have Mac and Linux users who are like, oh, that's discrimination. It's 2019. You can't just assume my OS. And so, like, okay, fine. You know, so, you know, they'll have either OS or Super or Code. Yeah, people get really touchy about that stuff. Yeah, because the people who hate Windows really hate Windows. It's kind of weird. Like, I like Windows, especially full-length ones. Like, I hate that I only have one tiny window. It's terrible. Yeah, I mean, you could do all sorts of things with it. See, so one thing that is also really popular in this hobby is people like having the backspace key over here where the pipe tilde key is. So they'll put backspace here, and then over here they'll put two keys. Put the pipe and whatever, so that when they're typing, they don't have to stretch as much for the backspace. Doesn't work for me though. I am a pretty vanilla person. But yeah, so welcome all the new people from Timothy's stream. Let's see who's here. So Coca-Cola, I like that name. Mikachu 22, hello, hello, and of course Rocket Sage and Timothy. I didn't put my volume keys there. Yeah, so like for example, so let's finish off this keycap set real quick, and then I can show you guys why we, you know, full programmability is so nice, and why some people like smaller layout things. Yeah, so this is GMK Minimal. I think I really like it. So this, I think it might go on the Keycap number 160. I might be wrong. Maybe Eansberg can tell me. Can remind me. Step caps lock is sweet. Wait. Oh, I see. Oh man, but the A is kind of fucked up on the caps lock. Look at that. The bottom part of it. Maybe going to TwitchCon. Unfortunately, I won't. I think I'll probably have classes around that time. Probably be busy. I really want to though. Someday. Someday I will go. Someday. Maybe when my friend moves back to California, I will make a trip there. You know, I'm sure he will have. I'm sure he'll have room to spare. So, you know, that'll save me a lot of headache. Just have a nice place to stop by. So, yeah, maybe next year. Maybe. I really want to though. Someday. Yeah, so this is GMK Minimal. You can see no numpad, $99. It's nice. I used to, when the hobby was young and everything, I was pretty against, or I was really adamant about, you know, including a numpad, because I always thought that I will use a external numpad, or, you know, maybe I'll eventually get a board with a numpad, but at this point I think I just don't use a numpad. So yeah, I don't mind just not having it, and I'd rather just buy it for cheap.